my lifetime, never had it so good.
Wobe byanga mwa wagidida tahefu inasumbenga mzulapo washango.
In my lifetime, never had it so good. My sad life has become a blessing. I feel the form of...
All right, we continue to celebrate, of course, the life of a legendary musician, Ray Phiri, who passed away last week and is expected to be laid to rest later this week. The 70-year-old icon who had been battling lung cancer passed away at a hospital in Nelspruit in Mpumalanga. So, but just to talk about his legacy, of course, I'm joined by Joe Chakela. He is organizer of big music festivals here in South Africa. Just to chat more about how he got to know him, of course, and the impact that his death will have on his festivals. Good morning to you, Joe Chakela. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Nice talking to you.
Let us just first start. How did you get to know Ray Phiri?
I got to know Ray Phiri. I will divide it into three.
Okay.
During apartheid, in the early 1980s, UDF, United Democratic Front, around 1983, 1982, started with, they did the festivals. I think it was a time, very dark period.
Yeah.
So, Bondate Ray Phiri, Bo Sipo, Hot Sticks, Mabuse, Bo Brenda Fassie used to go and perform at Fun Valley. It was used both as a rally but also as entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
And I used to see him there performing, and I liked his music.
Yeah.
But later on, I went to work with Ndate Peter Tladi, and we did Standard Bank jazz festivals.
Jazz festival, okay.
And Mpumalanga was one of the areas that we visited. And that's when I got used to Ndate Ray Phiri. We did the festival in Mpumalanga. At one stage, he also advised that we use, there's a place, a farm, and we had a festival there. And that's when the relationship started. Until I then got involved in Makufe. And he's been performing over the last 16 years since I've been there.
I remember very well his performance at last year's Makufe, and people wouldn't want to leave before he performs. Everyone would be like, no, Ray Phiri, he's got to perform, because he was full of energy, he was full of life. At the moment in Jakena staging, things would change.
Yes, things would change. He was a performer. He was not only a musician and singer, but he was a performer. When he gets on stage, he just sets the stage on fire.
But when Anje is Joe Chakela, how will you personally remember Ray Phiri?
I will remember Ray Phiri as a jolly person, very humble. I remember around 3 to 4 years ago, at Makufe we had what we called Amstel Golden Hour, and Stimela was performing at the Amstel Golden Hour. But the Amstel Golden Hour, accommodation and transport for artists in a handle rona.
Okay.
In a responsibility Batuba Brand House. And that is when we started having problems with accommodation. They didn't have accommodation, and they realized very late hahuna accommodation. And then Ray Phiri contacted me, and I tried my best. Came back to him backstage. I said, we tried everything, but there is absolutely no accommodation. And he took it very well. They had to come in, got on stage, perform, and go back to Johannesburg.
So that was him.
That was
very down to earth.
Very down to earth.
But very jolly, like you said.
Yes, very jolly.
And I know Joe Chakela, he's one of the artists that you were looking forward to having again go line up this year's Makufe.
Actually, when we sat down to decide on what we're doing, remember this year Makufe is celebrating 20 years of its existence. So we wanted to come up with something very different. And And we are talking. It hasn't been decided that we should look at some of the artists that have been performing and see what is it that we can do, putting a production and getting some of the musicians who some have passed on, like Busim Mhlongo, like Ray Phiri, and in a production put that kind of music together to celebrate the 20 years.
All right, but the memorial service is on Wednesday here in Johannesburg.
I'm told that there is a memorial service that has been arranged in Johannesburg at what used to be Baseline. I think it's called Newtown Music Factory, starting at 11, because Timela has to go to Mpumalanga to get ready for the memorial service on Thursday.
All right. Now we'll leave it at that. And Joe Chakela, thank you so much for having shared your memories of Bra Ray with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And all the best with the 20th celebration of Makufe.
Yes.
Looking forward to that one.
Okay.
We're looking forward to that one. Well, there you have it. That's in that day. Joe Chakela is one of the organizers of big music festivals in South Africa, from your jazz festivals, your Makufe, and many, many other more. He was just sharing with us his experiences with Bra Ray.